And we are live. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Another late night tonight. Long day. Wow. Day 31 of 365 days of guitar. And all of you new subscribers, and wow. I'm so, I'm tickled pink that everyone's following along. This is awesome. If you're brand new here, I'm Jay Wills, old dude getting back into guitar, learning music, sax, all kinds of cool stuff. And usually how this goes is I hit comments right after intro song. We're going to go back to the telly tonight. Nothing against the C1 Schecter or Miss Jackson. However, the telly needs a little love tonight. So with that, get the comments here in a bit. All kinds of comments. Thank you guys so much for those. The old telly's coming back. And I have been fiddle-diddling with the Peavey. Those of you who are new, I have I got a series of gear that I go through in a couple other videos. However, I have a used Peavey Valveking Mk that we're going to be playing around with this evening, continuing this evening, because this amp is just all kinds of little undiscovered little cool things that it does. And it has a really nice clean, I finally got it completely clean. So with that, we're gonna do a little bit of clean work on the old intro. Oh, I probably need to turn that, yeah, it's fine. Check this out. Well, I got some of these buttons, but this is just one push of a button on this little old school amp. It's pretty awesome. Fun setting, I have to say. All right, let's go right there. We'll get into the comments real quick. Got tons of comments. Again, this is awesome. Thank all you guys for all the recommendations and comments and everything. Oh, and if some of you are brand new or wondering what my foot is on, it's an old ammo can. So if you're wondering also about my position, I went through an evolution of how my position has changed. And it is, that classical position is so nice, I have to say. All right, so let's see. At Kurt James 8223. Nice, bro. Nice guitar. Nice job playing. Oh, thanks, brother. Practice is paying off huge. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's definitely coming along. This morning's session before I went and did. I'm in different garb today, if you'll notice. Not my normal construction gear. I was on a brand new job site with new people and had to dress up a little bit. So, had to get all professional. At Kurt James 8223, you said 1,000 subscribers and you'll be picking up the EVH head and cab. Yeah, buddy, yeah. Definitely, well, probably the head, although I don't know. I'm in this rabbit hole of discovering all the different cool things. This little Peavey, I shouldn't say little, it's a 100-watt tube. It's got, I think, 4 or 6 J6. I'm just learning the tube lingo and terminology. But this amp is, and this is only on the, it has, I think, 2 or 3 settings. It's on the lowest setting, like 0.5 or like a watt. So I can't even imagine what that thing sounds like cranked up. At Sam's Budget Guitars 830, new subscriber. Oh, nice, awesome, brother. Well, welcome, and thank you for letting me torture your eardrums for the next year. At Ramsey Dude, videos are awesome, man. Your energy and enthusiasm for guitar playing, for the guitar and music is refreshing. Been watching your vids and you're progressing. Enjoy the journey. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. This morning I had a really good practice session where the spider walking drills just clicked. And then sometimes they don't click, but so it's that struggle's real. It varies back and forth, for sure. But thank you for being here. At Roger Tinker 1813, this is the story of your first 365 days. It doesn't matter if you have 1 or 20 guitars. Thanks, man. Yeah, you know, I got 9, and each one's a little bit different, and I love all of them. And so everything that is in the family right now is staying in the family, for sure. At Gabe Wow, the intonators are called saddles. Oh, that's cool. Greetings from Panama. Oh, holy cow. Well, welcome. That's awesome. Got Australia, Panama, all kinds of different places around the world. This is just, that's the other part too. That's just so humbling and rewarding that all of you are following along. It's just amazing. At Ward 4251, I'm more of a reserved person, so I appreciate your energy. Keep playing. Well, my energy a little low today, I'm not gonna lie. But thank you for that. Yeah, you know, it's always fun to, you know, be able to be yourself a little bit when you're on the old video, which is fun. At Some Guy You Don't Know, do yourself a huge favor when you're learning the chords, learn them in all positions. Yes, I have. I read that in a couple of different books actually too. Still learning the fretboard, still learning, you know, that's the part that next week probably, or I don't know, maybe tomorrow, is just taking time. I'm in chord purgatory right now, but memorizing all the different positions on the fretboard, it just takes a while. And the old brain doesn't remember things like it used to, that's for sure. Let's see here. Some people call this the cage system, but I stumbled across that, but I really never went down that rabbit hole, so I didn't understand what it was, but it makes sense. I think it's a little dumb if you think the guitar is a system, you got it wrong. Don't worry about playing chords that use all the strings, just play the top 3 strings, triads. I've heard of those, I'm just dabbling in that. So look, first finger on the first fret of the 3rd string, top 2 strings open, that's an E. Now make an open D shape, but slide it up 2 frets, that's also an E. There, that's E in 2 positions, only one more for you to figure out, and it's a tricky one. The point of this is that it really opens up the neck. Brother, you can make a ton of music if you just learn all those simple E, A, and B triads and start connecting those shapes together. Yeah, I've even just stumbled across just putting, I know it's really basic, but just putting together like A power chord, B power chord, C, D, like just those power chords and rearranging those in different shapes and just remembering what sequence I'm playing them in. That's another thing too, is just instead of just jamming, is actually keeping track in my head of actually what I'm playing. Because it's so easy just to morph off and just start jamming and just doing what sounds cool, which I do all the time. However, it keeps me playing, and I would argue I have a whole bunch of other videos that I probably never post to YouTube, but they're just my little riff ideas that I grab with the phone real quick and I play real fast. But they end up turning into something, and that always, usually when I'm trying to play the riff, I stumble around, then I get frustrated. I'm just like, well, let's go through a couple of drills and some chord drills. I go through a couple of those, and then once I'm done with those, I'm like, oh, okay, things just start to, it's just more smooth. It's just more gooder, as one of my previous subs would say. At Awkward Salad 7565, you made it through today to the 30-day mark. Hell yes, brother, keep it up. Yeah. It feels like it's just an absolute lifetime away 30 days ago. But we're on day 31 of 365 days of guitar practice. Wow, almost forgot that in the intro. At Awkward Salad 7565, when my aunt was teaching me when I would play as much as you daily for years, she called it woodshedding. You know what? That sounds like something that my grandma or my aunt would say. For sure, like you're out there just like grinding away. But I think it's I've realized that even at my age of 49, that consistent of anything is more better than consistency or not having that kind of consistency. It's just really amazing how my fingers just work so much better. Today they're not blown up. Well, I think it's residual from just the last few days, but it's interesting how they move better. they float around better, but I have such a tendency to overpressure everything, hands down. Whenever I remind myself too much pressure, it sounds better instantly. And then I realize, yeah, you're using like 10 times more than you need to. So, at G-Dube, yeah, started my 365 yesterday. Only have basses in the house at the moment, but ordered a Schecter Omen Elite 7 MS from Sweetwater. Nice. Should be in Friday and looking forward to jamming. Hell yes. That's awesome. Basses are awesome too, man. I just wish I could play them a little bit better, which I will. It's a matter of putting time, being strategic with the time. If there's only 48 hours in a day and maybe like 10 days in a week and 5-day weekends, I don't know, something like that. That would be awesome. Or ideal for us guys who are wanting to play guitar all the time. At the oh man, I need better glasses. At them, Mao Experience. Keep going, man. Thanks, brother. Will do. It's so tiny. That circle's real too. At Ryan Gunwich Black, I don't know why YouTube decided to drop me in on day 27. I'm glad to find it. Oh wow, that's awesome. Well, welcome to the little community, and to thank you for letting me beat up on your ears for the next year. Won't always be crazy. Dude, there's nothing better than coming home after a day of physical labor to try and play guitar while exhausted. Yeah. Or just getting baked out in the sun today. I am so sunbaked. I probably look like a crab right now. We're walking around, big commercial building. There was not a tree or shade in sight. And it was hot as balls. Yeah, some days all I can do is run some scales and accept the fact that I'm too tired to do anything right. But not a day goes by that I don't pick it up. That's awesome. I've been trying to get up early and play before I go in, and it's way better. Yeah, I practice in the morning. I do all my fundamental, rudimentary finger drills, spider walking, chord work, all the stuff that I'm actually starting to kind of enjoy it, because before the last few days, to be honest, it was just murder. I'm just like, work. And this morning was quite nice. So mornings and the YouTube upload, so I get 2 per day, and man, it's super helpful. But getting up early, and if I don't get a few hours on Saturday and Sunday, I get real cranky going into the week. Hell yeah, heck yeah, because there's something in your soul that hasn't bubbled out and been shared with the world. So absolutely. All right, I think I got all the comments. If I missed someone, apologies on that. But let's get into. So what I want to come back to tonight. This will be right at 30 most likely, because yeah, it's amazing how much energy the sun takes out. And then of course just going through, I don't know how many units we went through, like 15 or 16 different units. Crawling up in there, got spider webs all over me. It's like, instead of having sawdust falling over me and being dirty, I'm clean actually, and just have spider webs and all kinds of crazy shit. However, we're gonna come back, we're gonna jam a little bit first. I'm gonna show you just a few, just gonna morph out into the ethereum a little bit and jam. But I want to come back to this book of scales now, the way I haven't fiddled with it, because now that I've been doing a lot more learning positions of the fretboard, and again, I haven't memorized it yet. I want to come back to some of these scales because I can play a little better on all of these, and they don't sound nearly as bad. At least I don't think they do. So they don't sound the same that they used to. Anywho, let's grab, we might even grab Miss Jackson. I was jamming, I did Miss Jackson this morning. Make sure the damn camera's still working. Yeah, we're good. So, that was real. And she jammed, man, and all clean. It was the Miss Jackson clean morning. It was awesome. So yeah, I can't wait for just forgot. Subduds, getting your new guitar, brother. It's gonna be awesome. That 7-string, there is so much goodness in that. It's crazy. But we're just gonna fiddle around. You know what? Actually, let me put my glasses back on. I find that, man, must be phases in life when your eyesight just decides to ebb and flow, because this actually, if I can stare at it, I won't miss notes. That's the other thing. How many of you, just curious, I see some great guitarists, they don't even look at their entire fretboard when they're jamming. And that to me is just like the holy grail of playing. I think it's just awesome. But for now, my ass is gonna have to look at the fretboard. I also just wanted to, hold on. hopefully that's loud enough on camera to come through. This telly is just such a pretty sound, especially on one string. And I know it's super basic on one string, but I just wanted you to hear how pretty this guitar is. It's just a really, that's a terrible chord. Ooh. Come on. There we go. I'm still figuring out all of the... I really hope that comes through on camera. And of course, it's very basic, generic playing, and I get that, but it's just, I hope this Peavey I'm so impressed with. Of course, the orange dark tear is really amazing, but who knew this little Peavey, I won't say little, I keep saying little, it's 100 watt, it's a beast. But it's, and then you hit the old that button. So I can't quite figure out how to get the volume up on that just yet. Nothing. Anyway, I was fiddling, we'll get to the chord turn in a bit, with this earlier today on Miss Jackson. Oh, there we go. That's just so pretty. Kind of morphing off into the ethereum a little bit. Okay, let's hop back over here. Okay, so, what am I missing? Oh, I'm missing that light over there. That's why I'm like, why is it so kind of dark over here? So, this is an E-flat pentatonic minor. I also need to get another guitar tune. One of my guitars tuned into, I think it's E-flat. I don't know, I call it the Eddie Van Halen GNR tuning. And again, thank you for the recommendation at John, actually, at Nicky Rock 1962. And those are a interesting set of tunings because I didn't know that those songs or those groups or those bands were playing in that tuning. And then when I actually put one of my guitars into that tuning, I was like, oh yeah, that's how that works. Okay, so we're going to fiddle around with the E-flat pentatonic minor, and we're going to go it has 5 different types, and this is type 3. So this is the tab, so 4/6, 4/6, 3/6, 4/7, 4. Let's see what this sounds like. 4, 6, 4, 6, 4. Okay, so yeah, all three. That sounds very nice already. Oh, I like that already. That's super nice. Oh, that's pretty solid. I like that. Brain melt. I know my finger is way off. I'm using my second finger. I've been practicing these big stretches too lately. Oh, brain, come on, work. Ooh, we're just gonna play around with that. My goodness, I love that, how that sounds. Nope. Oh, there we go. Ooh, I like that. See the Tele? Just gotta love this guitar. They're all amazing guitars. Ooh, so nice. Oh, and then I just I kill the vibe with one shitty chord note. It's not bad. Oh, that's such a stretch. Anywho, so that's a that type 3 is very, very pretty. So let's go type 4. 6 9 6 9 6 8 6 8 7 9 6. Okay. A little shot of water here. I'm so dehydrated, I could just chug that entire thing. Yikes. So hot. All right, so 6 9 6 9 6 8 6 8. Okay. Oh no, 6 9. Wait. 6 9 6 9 6 8. Okay. Oh, that's kind of fun. Well, that's fun. That's actually quite fun. Boy, gear makes all the difference. I'm telling you, having a just warm sounding setup is just so nice. I'm getting all over the place here. That's 6 9 6 9 6 8 6 8. So okay, back to it. Seven? Where's that go? 7 7 9. Okay. little bit of gain with that. It's always fun to play around scales with a little bit of gain. One push of a button. I love this. Yeah. Alright, I think we are at time. I am a roasted crab and just heat is emanating off my head. So with that, if any of you wonderful souls are still listening, we're going to go back to our general outro. Oh, that's the intro. Oh. Still getting, there's a little bit of an echo there. I hope that, I hope the camera picks that up. I really do. All right, day 31 in the bag of 365 days of guitar. If any of you are still listening, thank you, you wonderful saints. And I do believe that is all. See you tomorrow.